Yeah, where?
All right, for the record, can you give me your name? You're talking directly to me. Give me your name and what you do.
Dennis T. Allen, TT Game Plan. It's a digital journalism and sports advocacy platform. Of course, this May will be my 30th year in journalism.
All right. Dennis, over the weekend we saw a tragic accident at Skinner Park. We've been hearing a lot of chatter in the cycling community about the park itself and the facility. Can you tell me about your feelings, first of all, about the person, and then about what the incident?
Colin Wilson is one of the nicest people you'll ever meet in your life. He has been riding for so long, 20-something years. I know this guy, and never sour face, always have a smile, always have something positive to say. Last time I saw Colin would have been last week, Saturday, at the Madonna meetup in Arima, and I had came in a little late. So I was like, yo, where's you seeing Colin? He's like, yeah, boy, we're coming to beat them up. And I just couldn't stay long enough because circumstances. But, that was the last time I saw him. And yesterday evening, when I came back from the practice session here at Grenada Curfew Games, my phone was dead in my pocket. And as soon as I got in to the hotel, the first chat that I opened was a Caribbean cycling chat. Over 500 people. Condolences going out to Colin Wilson, aka Creepy. And I'm like, what? So the person who put the post up, a good friend of mine, also Colin Punwai. And I was like, Colin, what are you talking about, man? What happened to Creepy? Then he sends me this video, sends me these photos, and I could not understand how that happened. But then I know the venue, and 6 years ago, I was on the marketing committee of the Cycling Federation. The venue was not yet reopened. They were planning to do an event there, the same Easter Grand Prix, and I said, I can't be part of that, because it is my understanding from everyone who has written there that this venue is not suitable for racing. I was not going to do photography, and I never did. I was not going to promote it on my platform, I never did. And I said, doesn't matter how much money you're getting, don't go there. And I use the word, it's a death trap. And I described the exact same scenario that Colin lost his life in. The track is not designed for you to come off of your line. If you come off of your line, the centrifugal force of a track that is designed that way pushes you back down. You turn like this. You're literally like this on the track. We saw what happened with Colin. The track is poorly designed for those kinds of speed. And he wasn't going fast. It was a short race, it was veterans. But imagine you're riding, his BPMs would be 175 heart rate. You try to cut a hose and try to put it back. That is what those EMS people had to face. It is brutal, it is gory, but we have to talk about it. This is not a time for silence. This is a time for rebellion, because they all knew. Promoters, federation, venue owners, they all were told. On my charts right now, 4 or 5 cyclists are telling me, but we talked about that. Last week I was talking to a young cyclist. She was at the event they had down there, and I said, you're a real brave girl. She's like, what do you think? I said, that's a real unsafe venue. And she said, I felt that way. Right. I said, okay. And I explained to her exact same scenario that we saw on Friday evening, and I was heartbroken. Is not even the word, bro. There's somebody you know. There's somebody who family you know. Tragedy is not even the word. Nobody will lose their job. Nobody will resign their post. Nobody will care. After this is done, these photos, these videos, everything will share. Everybody will talk. Next week, we go talk about somebody breaking in somebody's house, somebody going and take somebody's car, some other dotishness. And that is a man who had a family, who had loved ones, friendships. Sad. Unnecessary. That's how I feel, bro. Sorry for taking a whole long segment like that, but I had a lot to say, and I'm being cautious because I don't have money to pay for court. I'll go in there, but I don't have no money to pay somebody to stand up. But if anybody want to stand up with me, yeah, we could talk longer because I have a lot. I wish people understood how unnecessary. We have a $250 million velodrome. Why are we going there to race? Let the kids in the community ride. Limit the gears so they can't reach to those speeds. It's still dangerous, but you're not going to see that kind of crash. I don't know what else I could say, bro, but yeah, man. You know Val?